This is day 4 of following Hormozi's advice until I reach $1 million. Hey everyone, it is the 27th of June and it is a Saturday. So I think what I'm going to do this video, and not that I don't work on Saturdays, I haven't done anything yet today. But what I want to do in this video is really to go over my background and my experience in online businesses and trying to start a business and really just my whole journey with it. I think it's so relevant to this series and also so that you know where I'm starting from. I think I've definitely, even though I haven't been successful in any one of the businesses, but I've definitely developed some skills that I want to be transparent about so that you don't watch this for the first time and you're like, whoa, why is this guy maybe good at this or bad at this? And so I want to be transparent about those type of things. And I think just to maybe before I kick off the video, what I'm going to do is I think for tomorrow, I'll be, putting together a bit of a checklist for next week on what I want to accomplish. I think it just creates a bit of structure then so that when you watch the video, you know what I'm going to be going over, what I'm going to be covering in the next week. And, let's see how far I come. I think it's a good baseline to reference against. And then also, go through the struggles and the successes of why or why not I achieved those goals set out for the next week. That said, I really wanted to use this week to get to grips with the business I want to start. So the type of business I want to start. And, yesterday I explained a bit on what the business is. Long story short, it's direct response marketing. And, I feel like I honestly feel so excited about it. I feel that is the business for me. And in this video, I'm just going to go over, the background and why I also think it is. So to summarize a 4 or 5 hour long story, 4 or 5 years ago, I just knew it was probably just like in the beginning of COVID. I knew that, there's money to be made. I wanted to start a business online and didn't know anything about the space, didn't know anything about online businesses. The first thing I did was I downloaded, I can't even remember the app, but I started trading, it's forex trading, whatever. I had no knowledge about it. I didn't know how it worked, but I made like $15 on the trading app. And that for me was so cool. There was no strategy behind it. Obviously lost it again like the next day. But that was just so cool. I think that was the first experience or moment I made something online, and I knew, this there's so much opportunity, there's so much there's business or there's money to be made there in the online space. Or just with business, never mind it being online. And what I tried was, because you spend so much time at home in the beginning of COVID, I tried this print on demand business. So started an Instagram account, uploaded a couple of pictures of what the t-shirts look like with my design on. So to wrap it up, that probably lasted 3-4 days until I gave up. And so I'm like, this is it's too difficult. The guys online is telling me a different story. I should be making 10K a month already. Why is it not happening? And I think most of us, if you're watching this video, you're probably familiar with the 10K a month hype, the get rich quick business models, your average drop shipping, even SMMA, all those type of businesses, affiliate marketing, like the gurus that are trying to sell you their best business model through a course. And I've just I've, I've fallen head over heels for some of these models, and it shaped my thinking into thinking that everything is supposed to be easy. I can just make money on, like, if I don't make money in 2 weeks, then it's too hard. I'm giving up. And that was really the story for me for the last 4 years. The longest I've spent on a single business model was about 2 months, which was drop shipping. I started 2 stores and I failed in both. But I mean, that really it was so cool actually to be so excited about something, so passionate about something, and just going head on for it. But then you also sold this idea that, you're going to be a billionaire or a millionaire within 6 months. So I think that was also really a problem for me, because I, I got into that space. I thought, I should already have been making money. But I think the money wasn't the only part that pulled me in. It was really the excitement for business and the opportunity in it. I remember when my friend in third year, this is, I think, where it really like kickstarted all this business models I tried out. In my third year, my friend showed me a drop shipping store him and his friend started, where they were selling, I can't even remember what they were selling, but they made like 10,000 rand, not dollars, but rand with that. And that was just in my 4 years of university, and maybe even my whole high school, there wasn't anything that excited me as much as that day when he like spoke to me about drop shipping. Like, it was the coolest thing I've ever heard. Just because I also come out of a background of not having any family member or anyone around me really in business and operating in a business. It was always this alien type idea for me, like starting your own business, making actual money off of it. It was really a foreign concept for me. I thought only the rich people, or only like the top of the top start a business, they make it, they make money with it. It's not for mere mortals like me. And I had that idea. I had the idea that it's so far above me that I shouldn't even try. And when I saw my friend open this dropshipping store making actual money, it blew my world right open. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Long story short, I'm here today. I've tried so many business models. I've made $0. I wasn't consistent in any one of them. I think for two reasons is, first of all, as I've explained, you're being sold this idea that you're going to make money in the first month and it's just easy. It's just follow the course that you've just bought. And it doesn't work like that. Second thing is, I also believe that there needs to be some passion in it. I think for myself, I'm just the type of person where if I'm not passionate about something, or just like not like over the top passionate about something, but if it's not something I can become obsessed about, then it's going to be a month or 2 months, and I'm going to quit. Not because it's getting hard, because it's getting just so boring. And maybe there's someone watching this that have actually built a business and made money with it, and is looking at this and saying like, well, yeah, that's just how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to push through. That's the hard yards you need to do. But I think there's so many other business models, for example, um, direct response marketing, that I've wanted to do, but then didn't do because there was the woman in the red dress promised me more money, quicker, easier, and I went for those business models. And then it just failed. That also said, I think there's so many different. Sometimes you don't listen to yourself in what you're actually excited about and what you're actually keen to do, in a way where you feel like so like excited about it, you can become obsessed about it. And I don't think that is a wrong thing. But yeah, I'm saying a lot, but what I'm trying to get at is, I think the second point I'm trying to make is that I like business. That's a very general statement, but I think in business there are a lot of things I really don't like, and really do like. And for me, it was figuring out what I really do like. And most of the times, I didn't realize that the thing I was trying to go in was something I was really not going to like, and I was just going in it for the money. And that was really my experience for the past 4 or 5 years. And if I'm honest with you, yes, there is a level of consistency and discipline and doing the hard yards. But I think just starting this episode, starting this season, just doing the content, this is so exciting for me. It's something I've never really of nothing I've done up until this point has excited me like this. Starting the content, the direct response marketing business model. I love marketing. I've and I can go into, I think, in follow-up seasons on where I've just like side jobs, just helping people, not earning any money or anything, but just helping people, set up a landing page, making it more like uh, having the leads convert better. Those type of things, it was so exciting for me. Like even just going onto the Facebook ad library, seeing what ads are doing well, and seeing why this ad is doing well. I've literally I didn't buy the YouTube premium subscription only because I actually want to see the ads that are doing well. And it really excites me if I see an ad and I know I've seen this ad a couple of times, and even I go to a friend's house and I know they've seen that ad as well. And then I'm like, what is making this ad so good? What is keeping people on it? What is making them watch it? And that is something that just excites me. And getting to a point where I realized, direct response marketing is a thing I want to go in, irrespective of how much money I think I'm gonna make. It's still like a thing that I feel like I can be consistent at, I can pursue, I can see myself doing for 10 years. I think that's really a place I wanted to get to. And these 4 or 5 years, unfortunately, was a very long, hard, brutal learning curve of just getting to a place where I figure out actually what I want. I remember someone asked Alex Hormozi in a podcast, you know, if you could summarize all of your teachings. I think Alex Hormozi has like 5.2 thousand, like 5,200 videos on his YouTube page. And I mean, that's not even all of the content he puts out and all of the learnings and everything you've said about business. And if he could summarize all that within 60 seconds, what would he say? And I think he gave a on or 3 point answer. I think it was, I can't remember the second one or the third one. Can't, I, I can't remember the third one. The first one is, and that's what I want to touch on, figure out what you want. And I was like, okay, well, it's when I heard that for the first time, I was like, yeah, okay, well, obviously. And then secondly, I can't remember what the second one was. And the third one was put in so much time and effort that it would be unreasonable for you to not succeed. And the first one is so important. Figure out what you want, because I've spent 4 or 5 years wasting time, but it was actually that learning curve of figuring out what I want, where I see myself in. In this world of AI, there's so many things to do. There's so many possibilities. There's so many ways to make money or to become successful or to feel significant or to make a difference or to have an impact. What do you start in? I think it's becoming more and more difficult to actually settle on something and do it for 10 years and maybe suck at it for two years and just keep on going with it, because there's so many women in the red dress type ideas or new ventures or whatever. So I hope that helps. I don't know how it's going to help, but I just told you my background. I hope that you're watching this and you're seeing that you might not be the only one in that situation where you don't know what to do, you don't know what direction to go in. You don't even know what you like. Like I was in that position for 3 years where I was sitting with this concept of, I feel I'm so ambitious I'm so driven, but I'm passionate about nothing. That was the feeling I had for 3, 4 years. I had no idea what was going on. I was so frustrated because I was like, I want to do stuff. I literally just don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm passionate about. Every time I start something, I quit within a month because it's not exciting. And I hope if you're watching this, you resonate with it and that you have some grace with yourself. I think it is such an important step, and it's so difficult. Actually, it's way more difficult than I think people think. And it's taken me 4 or 5 years to get to this point and actually feel comfortable in a place where I think I'm really excited about this business model. I'm excited about the content. I'm excited about the methodology almost of the content. Following Alex Hormozi's advice until I reach $1 million. That's cool for me. I mean, that's a series I'm willing to make, and I think it's going to be cool. I think the community I'm going to pull in because of it is going to be such a cool group of people that I want to spend time with. One of the coolest things. I'll try and keep this video under 20 minutes. One of the coolest things for me is having business entrepreneurial conversations with my peers, like people around me, even people way more experienced than I. And I've never really had, access to that. Obviously, I can join some sort of founder community or whatever, but I haven't really had any friends around me that wants to do this like I want to do it. And I think with this content, pulling in those type of people, that's something I'm super excited about. And cool, I think thanks for watching. If you are watching this, please leave a comment down below just saying like, do you like the short form content in terms of 5 minute videos? Or do you want to see more videos like 40 minutes where I just go through all the struggles I've faced up until this point, my strategy going forward, how I've got into the business model, what are the next steps, those type of things. So, please just any question, like it's probably going to be like 2 viewers. One is going to be me, and ask your question. I promise you I'm going to respond in the next video on your question. So, ask the question. I say promise, maybe this video blows up and there's like 2,000 comments, and then obviously I'm not. But ask the question. I'll try and respond. I most likely will respond. And cool. I will see you tomorrow.